There is a photograph, not just one specific print but an idea of an image, so deeply revealing, so fundamentally uncomfortable, that entire institutions have actively conspired to scrub it from every history book, every curriculum, every public archive imaginable. It's the visual truth they don't want you to confront, the moment in time that shatters convenient narratives. This isn't about some ancient, dusty parchment hidden away in a forgotten vault. No, this banned photograph is a living, breathing concept, constantly being redefined and suppressed even today. Think of it less as a single forbidden frame and more as a powerful symbol for any image, any story, any piece of history deemed too inconvenient, too challenging, or too dangerous to be allowed into the collective consciousness of a society. The mechanisms at play are far more sophisticated than simple censorship. They work by slow erasure, by quiet removal, by a deliberate reshaping of what constitutes acceptable history. What kind of images are we talking about? Often, they are the ones that disrupt the comfortable myths we tell ourselves. The photographs that show the true cost of progress, the undeniable brutality of past injustices, or the vibrant existence of lives deliberately marginalized. It's the visual evidence that contradicts the sanitized versions of events presented to us. And this isn't just theory, we see it playing out in real time, right now, as history itself becomes a battleground. Consider the unsettling trend of widespread book bans sweeping through schools and libraries. It's an unprecedented assault on access to diverse stories and historical perspectives. We hear stories from places like Alberta, where a provincial order led to the removal of at least 160 titles from school shelves, effectively emptying entire sections of their history. This isn't just about protecting young minds. It's about curating what those minds are allowed to know, shaping their understanding of the past before they've even had a chance to form their own questions. Why this sudden fear of narratives? Because a photograph, even if it's just a representation of an idea, can convey more truth in a single glance than 1,000 carefully worded paragraphs. It's immediate, it's visceral, and it bypasses the filters of polite discourse. When Abdi Nazemian speaks about the push to ban young adult books and erase queer history, he's articulating the exact same struggle. Those stories, those images of diverse lives and experiences, are precisely the kind of photographs that challenge established norms, that insist on a broader, more inclusive understanding of who we are and where we've come from. It's not just about what's added to history, it's about what's actively being taken away. Imagine walking into a park gift shop, a place typically filled with educational mementos, only to find that books about slavery and the Civil War are being considered for removal. This isn't just a deletion, it's an intellectual amputation. It suggests that certain historical wounds are too painful to acknowledge, too inconvenient to present to the public, especially in spaces meant to commemorate our past. But what kind of future can we build if we refuse to confront the full scope of our past, both its triumphs and its terrible failures? The legal strategies behind these removals are often cloaked in innocuous language, seemingly about parental rights or age appropriateness. But the impact is clear: a dangerous narrowing of historical understanding. These aren't isolated incidents, they represent a coordinated effort to control the historical narrative. When PEN America points out that some of the best picture books of the past 25 years are now being banned, it shows the sheer scale of this campaign. It's a deliberate act of historical revisionism, performed not with bonfires, but with bureaucratic decree and carefully crafted policy. So, what does this metaphorical, banned photograph actually look like? Perhaps it's a candid shot of a protest from decades ago, showing faces of defiance and solidarity that challenge the dominant historical narrative of passive acceptance. Maybe it's an image revealing the quiet dignity of a marginalized community, enduring hardship with unwavering spirit, an image that contradicts stereotypes and demands recognition. Or it could be something as simple as a family portrait from a community that history has tried to forget, a visual testament to lives lived in the shadows of official records. The power of such a photograph lies in its ability to humanize, to demand empathy, to force a reckoning with uncomfortable truths. It rips away the veil of abstraction and presents raw, undeniable reality. Those who seek to control history understand this power intimately. They know that if you can control the images, you can control the memories. If you can control the memories, you can control the future. What happens to a generation that never sees these images? What lessons are lost? What empathy is stifled? What injustices go unaddressed when the visual records of our past are deliberately incomplete? They grow up with a curated history, one that is often cleaner, simpler, and far less challenging than the messy, contradictory truth. They might learn names and dates, but they miss the soul, the struggle, the true human experience woven into the fabric of time. They are denied the opportunity to truly grapple with complex issues, to learn from past mistakes, and to build a more just world. This isn't confined to school textbooks. Think about the places that forbid you from taking pictures, the spaces where visual documentation is explicitly prohibited. Sometimes for security, yes, but often it's about controlling the narrative, ensuring that certain realities remain uncaptured, unseen by the wider world. It's another layer in the silent archive of what we are not meant to witness. The sheer volume of knowledge being systematically removed from public access, the stories being silenced, the images being omitted, it creates a vast, unseen archive of missing truths. The unseen archive is not just a metaphor, it's a stark reality. It's composed of all the books pulled from shelves, all the curricula redesigned to exclude inconvenient facts, all the photographs that remain hidden, or worse, are never allowed to be taken in the first place. This continuous, quiet war on history leaves us all impoverished, denying us the full, complex tapestry of human experience. But here's the crucial insight. A photograph, once seen, cannot be truly unseen. A truth, once whispered, can spark a wildfire. Our mission, then, is to seek out these hidden images, these suppressed stories. To question the convenient narratives. To look beyond the polished surface of official history and delve into the shadows where the most uncomfortable, yet most vital, truths often reside. The photograph they banned from every history book might not be a single image you can Google. But its spirit, its urgent message, lives in every effort to silence a voice, to erase a past, or to deny a truth. It is a constant reminder that the fight for history is a fight for our very understanding of ourselves. And it's a fight we cannot afford to lose.